and welcome to Lake to Lake. This is a show about our beautiful city right here in Bellevue, Washington. I'm your host today, Michelle DeGrand, and on this episode of Lake to Lake, we'll take you along on the annual Lake to Lake bike ride through some of the most beautiful scenery Bellevue has to offer. We'll show you how residents are taking an active role in helping make our streets safer and give you the chance to gauge whether you're up for an aerial challenge. Plus, we'll showcase a new wave of stunning, portable, and public art. So let's get rolling. Bellevue is often called a city in a park. Phantom Lake Park right here is one of the parks that riders get to see during the annual Lake to Lake bike ride. The ride is one of the best ways to explore many of the city's parks and miles of trails. The ride is a fun, family-friendly event that lets you discover hidden gems and scenic views all across town. Here's a look at this year's event so that you can get excited to join us next year. And hopefully you can check out some of these trails anytime.
Lake to Lake Bike Ride is a very recreational bike ride that takes people all around Bellevue. The purpose of the ride is to make kind of a celebration of fitness, a celebration of cycling. It showcases some great places in Bellevue to ride, and we want people to have a safe, fun day out on the bike.
Yeah, it's a great family event.
The bicycling infrastructure in Bellevue has gotten better. We take great ideas and suggestions from people who ride the events and try to incorporate them as much as possible. We have more families participating than we did before, because in cycling terms, the courses aren't real long. There's like an 8.5 or 9 mile course and a 24-mile course. The short route takes people through 7 different parks. The long course takes people through 14 different parks. And that's just like a snapshot of what we do for our park system.
Some places I'd never visited before. It's kind of nice to see the different lakes.
It takes people on trails and roads that they didn't know connected, or trails that will connect different parks. And the trail system in Bellevue is just amazing. The trails are multi-use. The trails we go on, you can walk, run, or ride your bicycle on. They're open year-round, and the maintenance of them is incredible. Our trails crew, attention to detail on how the trails are maintained is pretty amazing.
I think this is a great event to get out in Bellevue and realize all the beauty that we have here that sometimes you get too busy to take advantage of.
I liked when we went uphill and then there was a big downhill.
What I like to see is everyone finishing with a smile on their face, and that kind of makes it for me. That's why we keep doing what we're doing.
Lake to Lake bike.
Since adopting Vision Zero in 2015, the city of Bellevue has committed to eliminating traffic-related deaths and serious injuries on Bellevue streets by 2030. But it takes a lot more than data and infrastructure to make that happen. It takes a lot of community input. And in June, several community members took part in what's called a walk audit, where they actually go through firsthand to identify safety concerns in order to be part of making our streets safer.
Raise their cars from down here.
We're super excited today to talk about the road safety assessment that we're doing for the community. We're going to gather community members to join us and identify what safety concerns are and really try to improve safety for people who walk, bike, and roll all on our roads. The push buttons are here, so you press and hold.
Traveling east.
If you press and hold, it'll tell you traveling east. It'll tell people who are visually impaired where they're going. What's really important is that community get to share their insights, especially the bicycle community and the transit community. They are the ones who get to ride and roll on these roads as well. No, we don't like it. Tell me why. The sidewalk is where? Yeah, where are they walking? Where are they walking?
This little turn is nice because at night,
Oh,
because
okay.
it's so dark, it kind of blends in with the pavement.
Add reflective paint on the medians.
Yeah. Spent a lot of time both walking and driving around the city. I used to drive the bellhop, and walking is my main mode of transportation. And I've seen a lot of things over that time that raised concerns, so I wanted to get involved.
Road safety assessments help us identify potential safety concerns and then address them through improvements to the roadway, to signal operations, and by improving safety on our streets that have the highest history of traffic deaths and serious injuries, we're able to increasingly work towards our 2030 goal of eliminating traffic deaths and serious injuries on Bellevue City streets.
You can see that they had this median to try to prevent people from making a southbound left turn. But what we're hearing is that people are ignoring that. You can see even the tire marks over the median along the mid-side.
It's important for Bellevue to hear from our community members because we can use their lived experience and observations to help us identify potential safety concerns in the street, identify what's important to the community, and then be able to incorporate that in what we decide is most important and we prioritize with our limited resources and staff to improve safety upon the street.
I want to see how City of Bellevue doing for pedestrian safety. So I come here to hear and get educated, and then we also want to see what can be improved. Yeah, like a downtown park here, we can see the road is kind of narrower and then have a lot of tree planting, and it's a little bit widening. So we see people drive slowly, respectful for the pedestrian. We want to see more like that design in City of Bellevue.
We work with our maintenance team to immediately address anything that can be quickly done on the street, which could include things like trimming trees for sight distance visibility. That could include replacing lighting that's out. In addition to near-term changes, we're also able to work with our design staff who can advance both near and long-term design changes. That could look like fixing striping on a roadway to add bike lanes, for example, in the near term.
I hope people will just help each other because, well, unfortunately, I have a son. He was killed 2 years ago. He's supposed to graduate from UW this year. He cannot because he was killed 2 years ago. When he was jogging in the evening, on the way back, he was trying to cross the street. He pushed the button, wait for the green. When the light turned green, he stepped out. There's a truck just kind of rushed through the red light, take away his life. So I cannot see that happen again.
Deaths and serious injuries on our street aren't just statistics. There's someone's family member, friend, child that aren't coming home to them that night, and we remember that and are working every day to make sure that we can achieve Vision Zero by 2030.
Thank you to all the community members who offered their experiences and their time to help us advance our Vision Zero goals together. Well, are you looking for an adrenaline rush? Well, Bellevue's Zipline Challenge course just got a major refresh, and it's sure to get your heart pumping. This high-flying adventure is new, improved, and it's ready for you. Let's check it out.
The city, over the last 6 months, has invested in a new adventure park, a new climbing wall, and zip line to give families, friends, groups of people the opportunity to be outside. From one of our platforms, you can see the beauty of Washington. You're going to see the forest, you're going to see the animals that live in the forest, and hopefully learn something about themselves or the people that they're with during the experience. Who we are, what we do, the different types of groups, or how you can participate in the different activities. You can find us at bellevue-adventures.com. We appreciate the city, we appreciate our guests, and our staff that make this possible.
Go Bellevue Adventures!
Now that looks like a fun day, and I hope to see you out there sometime soon. Well, that brings us to the end of this edition of Lake to Lake. Thank you so much for joining us on today's journey around Bellevue from the streets to the trees. And as always, if you have any feedback or questions for us, you can email us at btv@bellevuewa.gov. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel where you'll get all the city's latest video news and information. We do have one more treat for you today, though. A journey inside Bellevue's latest additions to its public art collection, showcased in a recent opening reception. These 15 portable pieces by local artists will rotate through city buildings, bringing color and creativity to public spaces across Bellevue for years to come. We hope you enjoy, and we're glad you could join us for the show today. I'm Michelle DeGrand. From all of us at Bellevue Television and the City of Bellevue, thank you for watching Lake to Lake, and we'll see you again soon.
Good evening. I am so glad to see everyone here tonight, and I'm thrilled to join you to celebrate the newest addition to our art collection and the creative energy that they bring to our community. And throughout the city of Bellevue, there's so many art pieces that's actually contributed by wonderful artists and that supported City of Bellevue. So without your effort, it's not going to be the same Bellevue city we love, and that's beautiful, inclusive, and welcoming for everybody.